Yes, very good morning. Uh, Today we are going to start a projection of solids. So up to last class we discussed about the projection of planes or a projection of surfaces, and we solved nearly more than 25 problems, and also I given more than 15 problems as a homework. Okay, so out of 50 problems. So now we are going to start with a projection of solids. So first thing is what is meant by solid? What is meant by solid? So definition of solid. So plane is defined as a only it have a length and a breadth. There is no thickness. If there is a thickness, then we call it as a solid. So solid is a three-dimensional. Solid is a three-dimensional object. Okay, it have a length, breadth, and thickness. We can call it as a thickness as a height or thickness, anyone. So length, breadth, and height, or length, breadth, and thickness, and that object we can call it as a solid. And this solid we can categorized into three important groups. Okay, this is solid we can categorize into three important groups. One is a regular polyhedron. Poly means many. Okay, hydron means it's a solid one. Okay, so faces. Okay, so many faces. A polyhedron means a many faces or many surfaces, then we can call it as a polyhedron. So here there are a regular polyhedron. Okay, so the regular polyhedron means it consists of a regular surfaces, polygonal surfaces. Means it have an equal. A cube is the best example. Okay, so cube have an, say this is a cube, so it have an six faces and all the six faces are equal, then we can call it as a regular polyhedron surface, or else we can call it as a cube. Okay, next even we can call one more is tetrahedron. Okay, so like this we can go with a regular, means it have an equal number of faces, all the faces are equal, then it is become a regular. If the faces are not equal, then it is become an irregular polyhedron. Polyhedron is same, it's a many faces, but the faces are not equal, then it is called a irregular polyhedron. And for that examples are a prism and pyramids. Okay, prism and pyramids have a number of faces, but those faces are not equal. Okay, it may be opposite faces are equal, but not all the faces are equal. If all the faces are equal, it is become a regular polyhedron. Okay, so in the prism, of course, opposite faces are equal and having an two equal ends. It have an two equal ends. It is a rectangle with a square face. Okay, so at the bottom and at the top, it have a same square, but having a different faces in the side. Okay, and it have a rectangular. This is what a rectangular side. So rectangular face, and two square faces are supported by a rectangular faces, then it is called as an prism. So prism, it is always having a two equal ends, that I will explain. Okay, and pyramid. So pyramid, it have only one base. It have only one base with a number of isosceles triangles. It is not equilateral triangle, it is isosceles triangle. Isosceles means the two sides are equal. Okay, and faces and meeting at an point, it is called apex, and all these triangles are meeting at an one point, it is called apex. Yes, so this is what the prism and pyramids. So for your syllabus, they given different types of prisms as well as different types of pyramids. So first you just identify the difference between a prism and the pyramid. So the first one is called as a prism. So prism, I told, it is having a opposite, means top face and bottom face are same. If top face is square, bottom face is also square. A top face is pentagon, bottom face is also pentagon. If it is an hexagon, it is also hexagon. If it is circle, it is also circle. So prism means it is having the top face and the bottom end. So both are same. They are equal. They represents the actual plane surface. Means in the problem they given a hexagonal prism. So hexagonal is the this face. Okay, and it is a prism. So prism means it should have a rectangular face. If it is having a rectangular face, then it is become a prism. So prism always supported by a rectangular faces, and the two faces, first face and second face, top face and bottom face, should have same surface. It may be pentagonal prism, means pentagon. If it is hexagonal, hexagonal prism, square, square prism. Okay, so like this it have, and it have a rectangular faces supported, and also the longer edge. These edge we can call it as a longer edge, and this is called as a corner. So corner of the base. Clear? And of course, it have some hidden faces. Means the three object. It's a three-dimensional object. Means we cannot able to see all its edges. Only we can able to see one side and front, and another side and back side we cannot able to see. So if you're not able to see, means those edges are represented by dotted lines. So the dotted line indicates that if you're not able to see the edges. Clear? If hidden edges are represented by dotted lines. So it is an hidden edges. Hidden edges are represented by dotted lines. Only we can able to see first face and this side face and this side face. Even we cannot able to see the bottom face also. So that these dotted lines are indicated by hidden edges. This is what with respect to the prism. Okay. So similarly come to the pyramid. So pyramid means, in the definition I told, it have only one base. That is what the surface what they given. If it is pentagonal pyramid, means only the base is pentagon. If hexagonal, the base is hexagonal. The square, the base is square. Only it have a one base. There is no top face. Okay, and this is supported by rectangular faces, and prism supported by rectangular faces, and pyramid supported by triangular faces. And these triangulars are isosceles triangles. Means the two sides are equal. Isosceles triangle. Okay. And all these triangular faces are meeting at a single point called apex. This is we can call it as a apex. Apex means all the pyramids. Okay, it have an you people's already seen in the films. Okay, pyramids. The same pyramid what I am explaining. It is having a base and supported by a triangular faces, isosceles triangular faces, and all these isosceles triangles are met at a single point. It is called apex, a single point at the top. But in the prism, same face, what the base having the same face in the top, and it is supported by rectangular. So this is what the difference. And in the pyramid also there is an hidden edges. These hidden edges represents the hidden faces. Means only we can able to see this face. Okay, so we can able to see only this face. Okay, and this face we can able to see. But in this triangle it have another base. Okay, another face. Here there is a one more face. This dotted line represents the another face, and here one more face, and these two faces we cannot able to see, this back faces. So those faces are represented by a dotted line. Okay, and also we cannot able to see the base, and it is also represented by a dotted line. And these having a slant edge, that is another difference. Here it is a longer edge and the edges are straight, but here the edges are slant. See, the edges are always slant, but these edges are very straight. And of course having the same corner. It is also have the same corner, and here also has the same corner. But the difference is longer edge is there, here slant edge is there, here the top face is there, here instead of top face there is a apex single point is there, and there is a rectangular face and there is a triangular face. This is what the difference between the prism and pyramid. So in the problem they will give prism, means you have to write the prism. If you write the pyramid, the entire problem will go wrong, and you will get a 0 marks. Yes, these are the probable prism and pyramids what you are may get in the examination. The first one, it is called a triangular. So triangular prism. Okay, both are triangular prism. And second one, a square prism. Third one, pentagonal prism. And fourth one, hexagonal prism. Okay, so this face, 2 triangles, 2 squares, 2 pentagon and 2 hexagon. This is what a prism. And it has a line. that is what the axis. Okay, you should write the axis. And come to the pyramid, a triangular pyramid, pentagonal pyramid, okay, and square pyramid and hexagonal pyramid. Only base is there and all these faces are a single point, it is called apex. And similarly, some more a regular polyhedron. We can call it as a regular polyhedron. This is a one type of regular polyhedron. It is called a cube. Okay, and I told tetrahedron. So it's have a 4 faces. All the 4 faces are equal. It's another regular polyhedron, and this is also the 6 faces, and all these 6 faces are same equal. First face, second face, okay, third face, 4, and this is side one more 5. And here back side one more 6, total 6 faces, and these 6 faces are equal. It is called a regular one. And cylinder, of course this is a cylinder, okay, it's circle and it is joined, it is called a cylinder. And if only base and if we join, this is become a cone. Okay, so these are the some special conditions. You may get problem on these: a cube, cylinder, cone and tetrahedron. And come to the what we discussed in the projection of planes. Here also same thing. Some of the important points you have to remember. Means if you remember these points, okay, you can able to easily understand the problem and you can easily solve the problems. That's why you should remember these points. If you read the problem, you have to highlight these points. Based on these points, you have to write the first position. Okay, here also same thing. You should write 3 positions: first position, second position and third position. Okay. Yes, some of the important points to remember, just like projection of planes. So the first point is same like a planes. You have to identify, read and identify the solids. Means whether it is a prism or pyramid. First thing you have to identify the problem is given on prism or pyramid. That is very clearly you have to identify the problem is based on prism or pyramid. First thing. And with the plane surface, next thing is either prism or pyramid, we need a one plane. Is it correct? We need either square plane, either a pentagon, either hexagon or either circle. You need a plane. So that you have to identify whether this prism is given with a square, prism is given with a pentagon, prism with a hexagon or circle. Similarly, pyramid given with a circle or pentagon or hexagon or triangle. So like this you have to identify. One is either pyramid or prism, and with their base you have to identify. That is the first point. First point is you have to identify the prism or pyramid with plane surface, means whether it is square or pentagon or hexagon or circle. That is the first identification. And second thing, according to the your given syllabus, the solid always resting on HP. Means like previous, in the previous projection of planes, either the plane is resting on VP or HP. But according to your syllabus, and the solids are always resting on HP. Means take an example of table, take an example of chair, okay, your sofa, your TV. So all are resting on HP only. They are not resting on the VP. If you rest on the VP, it will easily fall on. That's why all the 3-dimensional objects are rest on HP. So you are going to get always the problem on HP only, and you have to start with the top view and go for the front view. It is fixed. Is it clear? In solids, always you have to start with the top view because always it is resting on HP. And the second inclination is always VP, and third position inclination is VP. Clear? According to your syllabus, the solid is resting on HP only, and the second position is HP inclination, third position is VP inclination. It is fixed. First position, second position, third position. So first position is always on HP. Clear? And second position inclination is always HP, and third position is VP. So this is sequence is always fixed. Clear? This sequence is always fixed on HP. Okay, here there is no on VP, always on HP you have to start with the top view. And second position inclination is HP inclination, okay, and third position VP inclination you have to go with. Is it clear? Okay. So next condition is a second position inclination always with VP, just only I told, because it is always resting on HP. So either axis inclination, here that second position inclination may be axis inclination. So axis is always inclined to HP. Is it clear? Axis means if the solid is having solid means it should have one axis. That axis means the line is passing through the center. That line we can call it as an axis. So always HP inclined is axis inclination. Clear? So in the problem they will give axis inclination. So what we have to do is, if they give axis inclination, okay, for our construction purpose you will consider base inclination. Means the solid is there, okay, so it have an axis like this, okay. So this axis inclination directly you can take, or else this axis inclination, instead of axis inclination you convert this axis inclination to base inclination. So base inclination is equal to 90 degree minus axis inclination, that gives the base inclination. So either you can consider the base inclination for easy construction, or else you can directly go with the axis inclination. That I will explain in the while solving the problems. Okay. See here, this is what the base inclination or axis inclination. So here, so this is a solid, and actually they given for axis inclination. But for construction purpose, I take a base inclination. I just based inclination. So this base inclination is, this is what the base, okay. So axis, this is axis. So axis is 50 degree. This base should be 40, because 90 minus this, okay. You just cross verify. First make this 40 degree, okay. And if you check this axis, it should be 50. If the base is 30, then axis should be 60 degree. If the base is 70 degree, the axis should be 20 degree. So like this, either you can incline the base or incline the axis, both will give the same. Clear? And in the problem, always given axis inclination, it is always given inclination. For easy construction purpose, we are going to consider base inclination, that is 90 minus axis inclination. That I will explain in the construction of problems. So next point is, in some special cases HP inclination is not given. Yes, HP inclination is not given, and instead of inclination a slant edge, okay. Some special cases problems are there, okay. So here they not given the inclination of HP, but instead of that they will give the slant edge and slant face. That is only in case of pyramids. Only you will get in case of pyramids. In case of pyramids only, you are going to get problems on this slant edge and slant face, because pyramid have this slant edge. This is what the slant edge, or this entire face is called slant face. Only in case of pyramids, not in case of prisms. And directly edge or a triangular face is placed on HP. Okay, means if the slant edge is given, then corner condition. Indirectly, it given corner condition. If the slant face is given, indirectly they given the edge condition. Okay, so edge condition means slant face, and this slant edge means corner condition. That I will explain. And in the third position, of course, either it is a normal method or locus method. So normal or locus means here only you will get a beta angle, and in the VP inclination, if the VP is inclined to axis, of course HP is inclined, axis inclined HP in the second position, but in the third position, in some case the edge is inclined, then normal method. But axis is inclined for HP means, VP means axis inclined to VP. I am telling axis inclined to VP. Locus method only if axis is inclined to VP. Only axis is inclined to VP, not HP. HP is axis inclination fixed. But third position, if VP is inclined for axis, then we have to go with the beta method. That is what? Locus method. Only beta method we are getting, not alpha method. Okay. And because the axis length, in the problem they may give axis is 50 mm, okay, and because of rotation of that solid, that axis length is reduces. That's why we have to go with the third method as a beta method or locus method. So always third position have beta, okay, and it is reconstruction. That is in case of axis incline. Of course, if there is a appears to be or a top view or front view given, then it is normal method in the third position. Appears to be is there, then normal method. If there is no appears to be, then axis is inclined, then you have to go with the beta method or locus method. Yes, I just give two examples, okay. Just briefly I am explaining. It's a first position, second position and third position. And in the first position I told always you have to start with the top view, okay, like this you have to start, and either edge condition or corner condition in the problem they given, okay, and you have to go with either edge or corner, and that edge or corner that you have to consider for right side, because I am going to tilt right side, the solids is going to tilt in the right side, but in the plane we consider for left side condition, correct, edge or corner condition we consider in the left side, but in the solid we have to consider for right side. We have to consider for right side. Why? Because see, in the second position we are going to rest right side. So resting position is right side, that's why condition in right side. But in the case of planes, the resting condition is left side, that's why we are considering the left side. You just check. Okay, see here. See all the problems, you just see right side, so right side we are going to lift. But in case of planes, this is a plane, okay, so conditions always consider in left side. Why? Because see, this is what the resting left side, so left side corner. Clear? In case of planes, yakendre we are going to fix the right side, left side and tilt the right side, that's why left side. But in case of solids, see here, in case of solid, yes, in case of solid, see, so right side we are going to consider condition and right side we are going to fix and tilt. So tilting is this side and resting is right side, that's why always condition right side. If you consider a edge condition, this is the edge condition. If you consider a corner condition, here corner condition. Don't get confused. For the solid we are going to consider right side, for the plane we are going to consider left side, okay. And second position always inclined to HP, axis is inclined, this is what the axis, okay, and this axis is inclined to HP, okay. For this axis inclination we can consider a base inclination. So base is very easy, so and first tilt the base and draw the rest of the sides, so that indirectly it will give the axis. So axis inclination means the base inclination 90 minus axis, that gives the base inclination. And in the third position, this is the third position, and here the axis is let us assume 50 degree, and here see the axis is reduced, maybe 30 or 25 mm. So only we are going to with the locus method. First we have to take this axis and draw the axis, clear, and later we draw the locus and take the second position and place here and cut that, and you will get a angle, beta angle. If you join, you will get a beta angle. On this beta angle we are going to reconstruct entire thing, okay. And once this over, go for the projection and you will get the third position. And here important thing is, so the solid means it have a top face and bottom face, clear. So this is the initial position and this is the second tilting position and third tilting position. So in the first position we won't see any faces, okay, it's a front face, okay, and this is top face. But in second position, because of this tilt, if you see from the top, okay, always this face is visible, that's why I written this face, and this bottom face is not visible, that's why written in the dotted line. And in the third, okay, so in the third position if you see from the front, okay, So bottom face is visible, this bottom face is visible, and this top face is not visible. That's why I written in the dotted line. That I will explain in the solving the problems. Similarly, one more problem is on pyramids. See here, same thing you have to draw, and you have to draw the center so that all the edges are, all the corner join the center. Okay, and this is the top view, and front view, it's a slant face and slant edges. This is what the pyramid, and it is apex, bottom we get the position. And in the second position, either it is axis, this axis is inclined HP 30-40 degree like this, but in the special conditions this entire edge is placed. Okay, instead of inclination they give this edge is rest, means first you have to draw this on the XY line, then go for the reconstruction, then second position, then go for the third, either locus method or normal method. So this is a special condition. Okay, so with this some important points, we are going to start the projection of solids.